what can you now suggest then, as we are starting to open up and grow again? Because we're quite versatile, aren't we, recruiters? We do look for
Very.
where we make money. What would you suggest would be a good way to go about looking at that growth, and what's the right time to start looking at that?
Look, I mean, reflective practice we do a lot of, and I certainly do a lot of within that leadership coaching and business mentoring, because it's
Yeah,
about being reflective. You know, when we NorthStar, we go in and we work with our clients, you know, one of the first things we do is get into that reflective piece. And it's like, right, okay, where have we come from? You know, why are we here? Why did we start this? So where did we come from? Where are we now? What have we learned along the way? But the important thing is about where do we want to go to, and why, you know, and getting that real clarity of purpose, of understanding. You know, one of the things that we were talking about, that really great recent event down at Bradner's in the city centre, about building a business, but with that real laser focus on building value, enterprise
yes,
value. And that links back to what you were just saying, Keith, is, you know, actually, you know, you can have a business that's doing, I don't know, you know, 5 million GP that might be actually worth £1 million if you're lucky. You could have another business doing 5 million GP that
yeah,
potentially could be worth 2.5, £3 million if you get the right balance and the right mix. And so the work we do with clients very early on is to say, right, what are you looking towards? And it's not about actually saying this is the exact date of exit, or this is what the event's going to be, but let's think about enterprise value. Let's think about what you want to get out of this on the journey,
yeah,
because the work is very, very hard. The effort is intense. You deserve the rewards, not all backloaded, because there's a massive
yeah,
danger in that. It
yeah,
can all
of course.
crumble at the wrong time and you lose everything. But what do you need to grow your business and get the rewards as you go through that journey? But yeah, let's build it on enterprise value going forward. But what we do is do that reflective practice. So, right, where are we now? What do we look like right now in terms of enterprise value? What's that business mix, product, services, market, so on and so forth? What have we got in terms of infrastructure right now? And then the important thing is right, where does the opportunity lie? You know, one of the tools we use is called a SOAR analysis, and it looks at you know, the key critical thing. It's about, what do we want the results to be? What does success look like? What are our objectives going forward? It's a step beyond that
What
rather
does
old
good look like
tired.
to you?
Yeah, exactly. It's a step away from that SWOT analysis thing. So
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we look at your strengths and building on those strengths, but it's more an opportunities, but it's more about the
yeah,
results and the objectives. That's the key critical thing. And then building that plan out. And like you rightfully said, look, this isn't roulette. You know, we're not going to put one chip on every single number.
yeah,
But what we can't do is put all our chips on just one number, because unless you're bloody lucky,
yeah,
you lose really quick. And I know that from experience. I'm rubbish when it comes to gambling. As soon as money's involved, I lose everything. Yeah, you know, the important thing is you'll need to make a few small bets,
yeah,
take a few small gambles,
yes,
but it's doing educated ones. And when something works, right, that's where we double down. And maybe we do something there and it hasn't quite worked. That's cool. We can just
yeah,
turn that off and we accept that there's a small loss in the short term, but we tried and it wasn't for us. You know, and that's the important thing, is it's doing the things we're setting out to
yes,
do them, reflect, and if it's right to double down and push on,
yeah,
great. Sometimes it's right to say, do you know what? Cut our
stop,
losses,
yeah,
move on, you know, and not chase the loss,
yeah,
you know, which we see a lot in businesses as well,
yeah,
you know. So for me, it's like, do you really want to just go on for another 3 years doing more of the same, go through the
yeah,
same cycle, the peak and then the trough, the peak and then the trough?
yeah,
Hopefully you get it right and you exit when it's somewhere towards a peak. Chances are you won't.
yeah,
Or do you want to be smarter about that? Do you want to build something that will have resilience through those downturns, where you can, you know, you might shrink back a little, but
yeah.
you'll be in an amazing position. You'll still be
That's it.
making money and
You lean,
profitable.
you
Yeah,
lean in a body lean sense. Um,
absolutely.
one of my good friends, as a he's the CMO of a very large agency, global agency, and he said sometimes that the more difficult decision is, once you've taken that bet of actually having a time frame around he calls it the romantic calendar, and at some point you're going to have to say, look, this just isn't working, and having the strength to pull back as well. And one of the phrases that you work with, what, 25 or so organizations now in the industry,
Pretty, as a business, NorthStar.